Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this makeup look, and I'm also going to be explaining to you the steps and the processes that I took to get this cute eye look. So if you guys want to know how to do it, please stay tuned. Alright, so our first step is going to be to prime our eyes. I'm going to be using this skin toned eyeshadow base in the color Skin Tone. And I'm just going to be priming my eyes with that. Alright, I'm going to be just setting it with some translucent powder. You can pick it from a palette or you can just get any translucent powder. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to be working from 3 eyeshadow palettes, I think. I don't know if I'm going to be using any out of this one. This one is so I'm going to be using 3 shadow palettes, I think. I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Patricia Bright palette, I think. I'm not 100% about that one. I know for sure I'm going to be using the Hit the Lights from Morphe. It's the 39L. I'll link them down below. And then the Morphe and James Charles palette. So, to start off, I'm going to be using a red color. I'm going to be using the one in the Hit the Lights palette. And we're just going to be using a mix of these 2 shades, if you can see. And I'm just going to be working them into my crease. The brush I'm going to be using is just going to be a small tapered Morphe blending brush. And I'm going to kind of walk you guys through how I do my crease for hooded eyes, because a lot of people over on my TikTok page has been asking how I get the colors on my hooded eyes, and I'm going to show you today. Okay, so I have a little mix of both colors on my brush, and here's how I do it. I always look straight ahead, and I'm going to be looking at my what is this called? Mirror. I'm going to be looking at my mirror, and I hope you can really see what I'm doing. I don't know if you can, but I promise this problem's going to get fixed. And I just look straight ahead, and where I see my hood start, I just kind of make a little line. And then I just kind of work it from there. And you can always go, I don't know what this, I just got black all over my face. So you can go out and up with it, or you can just keep it in the shape of your eye. I think for today's look, I'm just going to keep it the shape of my eye. And I'm just going to really work it and make sure it blends out really well. So if you have to sit here and blend for like, I'm over exaggerating when I say this, like 10 minutes, do it. Because you don't want any harsh lines. It's going to ruin the look you're going for. And you see where it's kind of patchy? So I just go back in with my brush and I don't tap any of the extra off. And I kind of tap it and I just kind of work my blending brush around. And it's going to look like my eyes are kind of going downward because I'm not pulling my eyeshadow up. If you want your eyes to look lifted, you're going to want to push this shade kind of out into like a cat eye type. But for what I'm doing, I think I'm going to kind of do like a halo eye type deal. I'm just going to kind of keep it in this upside down smiley face, and I think that's good and blended for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other eye. I'm also filming a TikTok on this, so yes, but I'm not doing like step by step. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye, and then we're gonna hop into the next step. So now that I've got that color and it's in like that upside down smiley face, we're going to be bringing in some greens to my look. I'm going to be using the James Charles palette, and this has like some dark greens and just a bright green. So I'm going to be using these 2 colors. But first I'm going to be taking the dark green in the palette first on this is just an e.l.f. Eye crease brush. Moose is coming in here. Hey, Bubby. But it just looks like this. And I'm going to be packing that color, that dark green color, on my brush. And I'm going to kind of close my eyes, but still to where I can see. And I'm going to pat this dark color. I'm just going to pack this color onto the outer. I swear, I'm so sorry if you guys can hear anything other than myself talking. But I'm just going to kind of pack right now. That way we make sure we get this nice, pretty green color. And then I drag to where I want. Does this make any sense? Probably not. I'm going to work on doing a halo eye. So I'm going to get more dark green. And I'm going to pack it to the inner corner and drag where I want. Leaving this really center portion for a pop of surprise. And right now, you're thinking, wow, you're not blending into the crease. Hang on, we ain't done. Let me do this other side and I will get back. Now that we have the green color, the dark green packed, I'm going to take just a blending brush. And this one is the Luxie Small Tapered Blending. It's the 231. And I'm just going to take it at the point where I want it to blend and lightly. Because you don't want that green to migrate up too much because you'll lose all your red. And here is a great point of reference that I have that I've learned to stabilize your arm. So to stabilize your arm so that you don't kind of like oopsie and make that green go up. Put it on like a table or your vanity or whatever and hold your pinky on your cheekbone and you can kind of tap it up. And once you get that harsh line, just kind of blend it using your back and forth motion. So I'm just going to be working on this blending for a minute on all 4 sections of green, and we'll be right back. If you have to go back in and touch up your green on your lid, that's fine. But make sure you get those lines blended out really well. Alright, so I've changed my mind just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and create my halo with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I'm going to kind of fast forward this because it's a halo eye and I don't really know how to explain it. I just kind of do it. Actually, I'll try to explain it. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain how I do my halo eye. I take my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I just started using this stuff and it's actually pretty good. Kind of surprised. So I'll just take some of it on the back of my hand. I'm also going to be taking my Alamar Cosmetics tapered brush. This is not tapered. This is just a flat concealer brush. And I'm going to kind of walk you step by step through one side of my eye on how I do halo. So, looking once again. Well, actually, you kind of want to get just a little bit on your brush. You don't want to overfill your brush because if you do, this is going to go everywhere. You just kind of want to make a dot in the center and you want to look up, and that is where your crease is. So what I'm going to do to make my halo is kind of pat. Do much more than patting. This stuff goes everywhere. I grab more if I need to, but I just pat my concealer. Because if you drag, it starts looking really weird. And your colors get mixed in with your concealer and it just looks kind of bad. So I just pat. And I'm making mine just a little bit wide today because I'm feeling it, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and jump and do this other side. I'm just going to be taking this e.l.f. smudge brush, and it's just literally a packing brush. And I'm going to take it into this lime green-ish color. I'll show you on the brush how pretty it is. And I'm going to pack it on top of the concealer. I know you're thinking, Caitlin, this isn't going to look good, but you wait. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with that dark green and blend it into this lighter green color. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking the Hit the Lights palette, and I'm going to be using the color Insomniac, and I'm going to be taking it on my finger and putting it on top of that green color. And I actually might get a packing brush wet and pack that color on top. I think that would be, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using the Iconic London setting spray, spraying a brush, and then packing that color on. Okay, so I'm taking this face paint, and I'm going to get a brush wet, and I'm going to make white eyeliner, and I'm just going to do a wing. Alright, now for some glitter. I'm going to be using this Heavy Metals liner from Urban Decay, and we're going to be using it in the color Glam Rock, and I'm just going to be adding it to the top of the halo. You'll see. Hang on and I'll show you. So I'm going to start from probably about halfway through the green, and extending it. And that adds just a little bit of spice. Can you tell? So, I actually really like this look so far. Oh. So, I'm going to go back in with the James Charles palette to find me a brow bone highlight color. Actually, there's one in Hit the Lights that I really like. It's just this white shade right here. And I'm just going to be taking a fluffy brush and pushing that into my brow bone. And voila. So, from here on, I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to do my face makeup, and then I'm going to do lashes. I don't think I'm going to do eyeliner just because there's so much going on already. But if I do, I'm just going to take what's left over on my liner brush and just use a little bit of white. And then I'll come back and show you the finished look. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Now I know you're probably going to want to know what lipstick I used and what glitter I used, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. The lipstick I used is Ruby Woo from MAC. It's just a really pretty Christmassy red color. And the glitter that I used is the same glitter I used on my eyes, which is the Heavy Metals in Glam Rock. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and do a close-up of this look, and then hopefully end the video.